Welcome to welcome back to my another live stream. Um yeah, last month I had a really powerful interview. As you guys might remember, I was telling about the interview. So what happened was uh I went to the finals, and I don't know how many candidates are there at the finals, and I had the interview with the product manager and some other team members, and then few 1 week after that, then they had moved forward with another candidates. Yeah, so what they were looking for was they were looking for a junior software engineer who is willing to learn new technologies, as well as who has experience in startups. And yeah, I also had experience in startup, and the other candidate who actually ended up getting hired is also a startup entrepreneur. And yeah, so congratulations to her. And yeah, so same as last month, this month I'm also happy to share. Not that I'm happy to share, I also have a powerful interview. It moved really quickly this week. uh, I think last week I got the email uh, from my school stating that the company is interested in my profile, and then we met with the product manager, and actually this role was replacement. So there was a yeah, so replacement. So we had some initial interview, and they sent after the initial interview, um, with the developer and the product manager. Then they send me to finish a project within 2 to 3 hours. I spent yesterday evening for that project, and I sent it right away. They actually gave deadline till the end of the week, but I did yesterday anyway. And this morning, um, and this evening, the my point of contact, and told me that they are interested to moving forward. So we have the another interview, and then the final interview. Yeah, so there were lots of other interviews, but really hopeful with this where I'm going right now with this particular company. Yeah, so the role was just a web developer role, so there isn't much of algorithmic and data structure problems. And this is more of a front end stuff, CSS, HTML, and JavaScript libraries. And yeah, so let's get into solving some problems. Yeah, so today we have a string making anagrams. What anagrams? I don't know what anagram is. So we try to solve this problem. If and let's see. Okay. So as always, oh no, my computer is really heating up. So what a student is taking a cryptograph. Did I do solve the problem before? I remember saying this somewhere. I don't remember. It might be some other side. Um, I'm using frames. another platform where you can really meet with real people. Like if you are um, practicing for interviews, and I am also practicing for interviews, then we get to meet on that platform, and you'll get what time you guys we agreed to spend on the on the more technical interview, so you'll get time to interview me, and then I will solve the problem. Then I'll have a problem, and I will interview you, and you get to solve it. So at the end of this session, we get to give feedback to each other, and yeah, this is really great. Um, yeah, this is really great platform. I really recommend uh, doing that. So what the primes is, this is the primes. Yeah, so see how many interviews I take. I did lots of interviews. So um, I have 10 credits for 10 interviews. If you so the credit, how credit works is initially you get maybe 3 to 4 credits, and if you invite friends, then you will get few more credits, and then if you keep showing up on the scheduled time, then you will not you will get 1 credit after finishing that session. And if you mm, if you do not show up on the scheduled time, then you might lose that uh, credit. So, for example, if I schedule, say, today 3 p.m. and I didn't show up, then my credit will be 9. Yeah, it's actually good that they're doing that, because otherwise, yeah, people will not show up. So I really love this platform, and I recommend using this. So without talking much, let's dive deep into the problem solving. So a student is taking a cryptography class that found anagrams. I don't know what anagrams. Anagrams has found anagrams to be very useful. Two strings are anagrams of each other if the first string's letter can be rearranged to form the second string. Two strings are anagrams. Okay. Two strings are anagrams anagrams of each other if the first string first string's letter can be rearranged to form the second string. Oh, okay, okay, all right. So this is an anagram because the first string is CDE and second DCF, so you can form. Good, good, great. And okay, and for example, BACDC and DCB BAC are but are not, because there is only one, and students decide on an encryption scheme that involves large strings. The encryption is dependent on the minimum number of character deletion required. Okay, the minimum encryption is depends on the minimum number of character deletion required to make the string's anagram determine the number. Okay, so given two strings A and B, that may or may not be of same length, determine the minimum number of characters that require to make A and B. Any character can be deleted from either of the string. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. So I'm not Why? Why four? Because A, B, C. Hmm. How do you delete array with index JavaScript? JavaScript index JavaScript. Oh yeah, you can use splice, right? You can use splice, but does splice work? Okay, sure. So my thought process is, so this is what I'm thinking right now. So what I'm thinking is have two pointers, and then as we go through, we will iterate through the we will iterate through the strings, and what you want to do is, do you want to delete same characters, delete same characters, okay, and return the number of minimum cars in the strings. This is my thought process. I'm not sure it is the most efficient way to deal with this problem, but what I'm thinking is I will have two pointers, and I will go through the pointer. Maybe I will do it in a while loop, so I can increase the pointer all the time. I can increase the pointer, and if let's say the first if the first character of string A is found in the string B, then what I am thinking to do is delete um, hmm, I actually don't need run a loop. I can handle with only one loop, iterate through the strings, iterate through the one of the strings, through the one of these strings, not both of them. Okay, yeah. So this is my thought process. So what I want to do is I want to run a loop. Say A, I want to run a loop, and if A at the first, so it will start from the first, right? So if A's um um I will, if A A dot line. The A's first character is in the B, then what I'll do is remove the character from the B as well as remove the first character from the A. And I will keep on going until I reach the end of the A, and then I'll exit out of the loop and see how many characters are there in A and B, and that way I can, yeah, that way I can, return the minimum number of deletions. Is there any minimum number of deletions? Number of deletions. Oh yeah, I mean that will be the minimum number of deletions. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, can I remove a string from? I can always do the substring, right? Hmm. Oh man, that's gonna be too much. Okay, so what you wanna do is, yeah, so that is the only best thing I can think of right now. And if we try to not delete the same character from that, oh, actually we can store that. Hmm. Okay, so one thing I'm really concerned about is the deletion of the characters. If I try to delete the characters, then it will have the shifting effect, and that will be another uh, time complexity there. Um, yeah, so best thing I can do is I can achieve the performance by sacrificing a little bit of space. Okay, so what how I'm gonna do is um I'm gonna run loop, and instead of delete, store in an object, so the same characters in objects. Store the same character, okay, character from the okay, other string in an, okay, in an object. That will be more efficient. So I will count one line down and then make it like this. Okay, so this will be, so let, I'm gonna say let that object is, okay, paired within objects. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, for let I is less than I equals 0, and I is less than, let I equals 0, I is less than a dot length, and I plus plus. So this is, I'm iterating through the a, and I don't really have to worry about, oh no. So how will I know? Okay, so how will I know? Hmm, 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 Mhm. Okay, so I will do some little bit math there, and then that's it. Okay, so what is okay? So I'm gonna have another um. Let's here count. Hmm. Yeah, I really need to look at this. JavaScript objects dot length. Does it work in JavaScript? Length of an JavaScript object. How do you find length of JavaScript object? So how does they find it? Var size object of size. Okay, so I can find the size, right? It's fine. I can do it another way. I was thinking if the length works, okay. So let me do this. Okay, so what I need to do is if the a of I hmm, includes hmm, what is includes what include is a string method. So I can solve this converting the string into array, but I'm thinking if we can find a way. Let's say um, string string includes JavaScript. Does includes project include? Yeah, string works. Includes works. Okay, so if okay string. Okay, so we that includes of if this is true, if b dot includes and not paired, if and paired of index that is string.index. Do we have string.index? String.index JavaScript. Okay, let's see. String index string index of okay JavaScript. I have string.progress index of that. Great, I have it. Okay, so let's close that thing down. Okay, here string a not a b dot index of and that is here that is a of I is not equal to a of I. Then what we might need to do is we um compare period of a of I not a of I. Okay, index of pair of b dot index of index of equals 5, right? And that's it. So that is one loop right there, and another loop for let pair count, let pair let pair count equals 0, and therefore let I in paired. Okay, so paired paired count plus plus, and then what I want to do is return. What I'm gonna return is a dot length plus b dot length minus, okay, minus pair count. Yeah, so that is what I came up. Let's see if that works. Oh, length. That is the problem. Okay, now it should work. 5 and 4, and how many is 41? 31. 7 and 2. Okay, so we checked. Now, so showman, and okay, let's go here and showman. And what is the next one? Showman, woman, woman. No. No, woman, showman, woman. Okay, so what we do is, what we did was we need to only remove these two, right? So our approach, like we come here, and what we did was S. If S is in here, not, then we do nothing, right? Basically did nothing. If S is not there, we did basically nothing. And if H is there, if H is there, oh really? No. Okay, this is the right. No. Every time I'm eliminating two, right? Yeah, I'm eliminating two. So welcome. That should work. Let's try again. So if okay, let's Let's try with this. Okay, let's try with this. And this is this. Come on. Oh, no. Okay, KE. Okay, that's good. So what we did was, okay, we came here, F, and we checked F is in here. F, do we have F here? F here. We got 32. Let's submit the code and see how. Oh no, we only pass 3. Okay, 30. And yeah, so um let's try again. Let's sing another way. Okay, alright. Mm, no, okay, pair counts. So I'm gonna try removing this, okay? Because I feel something is not right here. Actually, our both things right, but something is not right here. So, and then it counts equals 2, right? And then we run with it. Ah, let's see, same thing, 32. Okay, so how this end up being 32? Uh, we need to start killing this. Oh, right. Oh, index of always catches the first one. So index of always catches the first one. Yeah, index of it's the first one. That's why we need to remove this. So we need to step backward. Okay, so what? How we have only 10 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna need to finish this within 10 minutes. So mm, now what I'm gonna do from now is if A, okay, so instead of paired, now I have a new strategy. Okay, let count equals 0, and we don't need to let this, we don't need this. Okay, so what we need is delete, delete, delete array with index JavaScript. How do we delete array with index? Splice, delete, JavaScript, delete array. Okay, delete operator, how does it work? Let's see, I can delete only works for project object. Okay, so I have no other way. Okay, so I have no other way to achieve this. So I need to convert both A and B into. Mm, I have few more options. One thing I can do is I can do slice. In this case, in A's case, I can do slice. No. So yeah, well, I don't have much time, so it okay, add of split with b equals b dot split. And now both A and B are equal. So what I want to do is I need to come down here if index if B dot index of um A of I is greater than equal to 0, and that means it is in there. So what we need to do is A of index I equals false, and the beautiful thing about JavaScript is you can do something like this, right? Index of b dot now, and b of b dot index of b of b dot index of a of I equals false, right? And I minus minus, okay. and A of I is not equal to false, and A of I is not equal to false, and we can do like this. And down here, now we need to count the number of element that is not false. So for let I is less than I equals 0, I is less than that length I plus plus, and if okay, so let counter, let counter maybe let res equals 0. So if I is false, so I of is not equal to false, then what we need to do is, okay, you can, okay, if I have not equal to false, then then res plus plus, and same thing I will do with, I don't have time, so there should be some, if I think, I mean, if I think P, I will find better solution than this, but I, I don't have time. I only have 10 minutes because I have something coming up, and it is 5, it is 39, it is 7, and it is always because, okay, not now, instead of now, no, and no. Okay, let's run the code again. Okay, so I'm gonna, maybe I will not need to do this, because what if I remove this? Oh, be that index of A is greater than 0, that means it's in here, and then A of I is not equal to now. A of I equals now, and minus that make, then we come down here and not equal to now, and do we have I equals 0, I is beta length, oh, not equal to now. Okay, come on, no, you can't do that, you can't do that. B of E dot index of console log A and B. Console log A and B. I want to really see how it looks like. But it's time. I only have now. Okay, that is good. A, B, C. B dot index of A of I is greater than 0, and A of I is not equal to minus 1. Okay, let's see with this. Now, and it didn't do its job. It didn't remove DE. It removed one thing. DE, DE, D and E, and A and B. It didn't remove A and B. Hmm. Okay, I want to convert every to false. Then let's then see minus false and false. So it didn't remove. What about this? Okay, it didn't remove at all. First one it did, and then next one, what it does is if there is false, okay, instead of this false, hmm, what I need to do is I need to make it an empty string, right? Yeah, last chance, make it an empty string. Okay, let's see if this worked. Good, and it didn't. So next round when um I minus I equals I minus 1 is greater than equal to 0. I minus 1 equals 0. Okay, that might be the issue. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so you can change array at some index. Um, right, so we have only one options. Delete that array. Can you change the you can get the array at an index, but you can't change it. How do you change array at an index? Um, I don't know. Mm, how do you do that? Array of one equals. Okay, so this is it for this session, and I'm going to continue mm, my continue tomorrow. Thank you so much. If